Hello, everyone. This is Marianne here, and you're listening to Random Sage with Marianne from Revealing Light. This is my regular weekly, fortnightly, semi-weekly type of podcast that I begun earlier this year. And I think now, 12 episodes. Anyway, I've enjoyed doing the podcast. It just is another way that I communicate, and I think it's a privilege. Whatever I do, whether I'm making videos on YouTube under my Revealing Light tarot astrology and spirituality moniker, whatever I do, or doing this podcast, whatever way, writing, the communication is a privilege that you allow me to do this. So thank you very much for joining me today. And know that I appreciate your viewership, listenership, support of the work that I do. Today, I want to talk to you about Jupiter conjunct the North Node. Many of you will still be feeling or will have experienced the full moon in Sagittarius, which occurred on the 3rd of June in the Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere. Like me, I'm located in Australia, or on the 4th of June. That was yesterday. There's some interesting aspects in that chart. Interesting in that there's some significant oppositions, including the heart of evolutionary astrology, which is Pluto, the planet of Pluto, the furthest planet away from us that we know of at this time, often in the shadows. And so Pluto, of course, representing the underworld, what lies beneath, talks about the ability to bring light to a situation, to understand why we're here in this lifetime, so reincarnation, what we're here to do. And then the other, important theme in evolutionary astrology is the North and South Node. So with Pluto, we're looking at its polarity position. So what is it opposite to in the chart, in your natal chart? With the North and South nodes, we're looking at North and South nodes of the moon, the soul. We're looking, oh, nice orb. Sorry for those that are listening, you missed the orb. We're looking at what the soul agreed to do in this lifetime that you're in now. So the South Node represents the information that we bring, the conditions, the knowledge, the wisdom, the experiences that we bring in from other lifetimes, can also be associated with our early childhood, with our past in this lifetime as well, because that's the way astrology works. There's a synchronicity and a synergy between what is past, what are the experiences that we had to relearn, how well we've learned them, and then that leads us to the North Node of the moon, which is how are we going to bring this knowledge that we've acquired into this lifetime? How are we going to use it? And whenever I look at the North Node, I think about our purpose. The North Node will illuminate our purpose. If we've used the wisdom of the past well, it will bring us to a destination where we're able to recognize our purpose in this lifetime and manifest that purpose. And that's usually in the work that we've decided to do. When I say work, I don't mean paid work. I mean the service to others, in some lifetimes, becoming a mother, becoming a father, nurturing a special relationship with a child, perhaps that you've spent many lifetimes with, can be a purpose. But whatever your purpose is, for me, it's the kind of work that I do here. It's about learning, it's about communicating in a spiritual sense. Hence why I've started the spiritual podcast. But back to Pluto and the nodes. And the full moon in Sagittarius, because it's important insofar as Jupiter is conjunct the North Node. When I look at that chart, and I did a full moon reading, I said the oppositions are the things that stand out. The opposition of Pluto to Venus, Venus, which is in Cancer. So the feelings. Pluto is still in Aquarius, the many, the groups, the future even, but it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn soon. So we get this regressiveness. Whatever progress we may have made, we might take a step back, but it's only a temporary step because Pluto moves forward into Aquarius at the beginning of 2024 in January. So Jupiter is in Taurus. Jupiter is which rules, incidentally, Sagittarius, is in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is determined. Taurus is a fixed sign. And, sometimes negatively posited, stubborn. But when it's positively oriented, we get this real sustainable progress. Now, the North Node, Jupiter being conjunct the North Node, this is an opportunity in Taurus. This is an opportunity for us to go back if we haven't done already, or if we're stagnating a little bit, to move forward in our purpose in life. So how do we find our purpose in life? I mean, do we just pluck that out and go, I've always wanted to be an astronaut, therefore I should be an astronaut in this lifetime? No. It's a deeper inner knowing. So think back to what you've always loved doing. When you're doing what you love, what is the insights? Because the purpose in life is to learn. The purpose in life is to fulfill our purpose and to learn. And in order to fulfill our purpose, we have to have learned. So it's tied up in learning, transmuting, awareness, becoming aware. And when I speak of awareness, I'm talking about spiritually aware. So our North Node is not just a superficial, I wanted to be a chef and I didn't become a chef. Your North Node could well be your love of cooking. And so you cook for family and friends. And so you start a community kitchen and you are able to be of service to others. That's the kind of depth of the North Node. So Jupiter gives us a chance, which is the planet of expansion, of luck, of the wheel of fortune, things going our way, the great benefic, it's referred to as, is conjunct, sitting along the North Node. So you could experience in this time of this conjunction, in this time of the full moon energy, which is, we're still in the shadow of that full moon, you could have, with Pluto being opposite Venus, and also the Jupiter and the North Node squaring both Venus and Mars in Leo, it could have been quite an emotional time. You could have been making good progress in relationships, for example, and then wham, something comes up and you feel like you're going backwards. But don't despair. It's not about going backwards. It's about relearning who you are. And so when these events come along where you become estranged, or you thought you'd sorted out a problem with someone and it just goes to hell in a handbasket, so to speak, there's something there for you to learn. There's something there for you to see. This is what the North Node is all about, to see about who you innately are, what your purpose is, what your blueprint is, why you came here. So head high, because you always walk toward becoming who you truly are, whether you have a setback or whether you make progress. And with the sign of Taurus, I'm going to make a prediction here that if you've experienced an emotional event in the last couple of days, you feel like you're going backwards, I'm going to predict that you're not, that this is going to just be something added to bring you what you want, because to achieve our purpose, we're always trying to evolve. And Jupiter brings luck, breakthroughs. And so if you have had that setback, it won't be for long. Now, before I go, I want to look at the elements, fire, water, earth, and air, and the signs within. I don't have time. Oh, another orb. Thank you. I don't have time to do an individual astrology sign tarot type reading, but I can pull, honing in on this Jupiter in North Node, in this divine purpose, in this blueprint that you came into this life for. I can look at the elements. So if you're a fire sign, for example, this is the part you want to see, you want to hear. And we'll move through the elements. Just a few cards, just a glimmer. That's all I ever hope to give, is a glimmer of a signpost up in the future that somehow triggers your awareness, your desire to move toward becoming who you really are. All right, so let's tune into fire signs. Show me the North Node. Somebody is traveling, wants to travel, perhaps to distant locations. Fire signs. So we get Aries, we get Leo, we get Sagittarius. What is there? How will Jupiter conjunct the North Node impact or illuminate their divine purpose? So we have here the Four of Coins. Some of you are worried about money at this time. Some of you are feeling like every time I go out on that limb, I get my hand slapped, and somebody's not valuing what I do, the sacrifices I'm making. But this is also about standing your ground and staring down anyone who hasn't got your back. There's money and earth energy here, the Eight of Pentacles. This is to do with your work. You may hear something at this time around your work, which will be connected, as always, with this Jupiter in North Node. We get the High Priestess, really, really fire signs. I know you're fire signs, but I want you to hone in on this intuition here. There's an answer that you're seeking. And it's not in having to fend off everybody. It's around not sabotaging yourself. Again, seeing something as a threat when it's not. There are decisions that you're contemplating, fire signs, at this time, and it seems to be that you don't feel like you have the resources or the energy to do this, and you feel like, I'm just getting this feeling like you feel like people don't have your back. But as I said before, if you've had a setback, don't worry too much. I'm seeing the Ace of Wands, which is the plan that you have at this time that is in alignment with your blueprint, your purpose in life, will come to fruition. This is a setback that is will increase your strength, will increase your ability to move forward. Okay, let's go to water, the emotions. Now we have in that chart Pluto opposite Venus in Cancer, the cardinal sign of which rules our emotions. What we feel. Cancer is all about our feelings. So illuminating our feelings. Show me, please, clearly, North Node, Jupiter conjunct the North Node. What are we meant to learn? What are our water signs meant to learn from this? We have Cancer, we have Pisces, we have Scorpio. What is being illuminated? What is beneficial for our water signs at this time? So we have here Judgment. There's something around an inevitability for our water signs coming through. You can't put off your decisions forever. You know that. And it's time to I'm just hearing shoulder to the wheel and push forward with whatever your passions and motivations are. I said go back to what you love doing in the past, perhaps as a growing up or moving into your early career, which keep coming back to. And we get the 6 of coins. It's about service to others. It's about service to others at this time for our water signs. Yeah, it's absolutely about that. Don't get distracted. I think for all elements, all signs, it's this feeling like you're constantly under attack. It's a condition of our time that we have to work through. We have to decide what is important to us and what is not. Interesting. Okay, let's move to air signs. Let's move to air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, the Jupiter in conjunct the North Node. What are the messages here at this time in relation to their divine purposes? Show me air signs, please, at this time. So we have here the 8 of Pentacles. It's all about your work here. It's all about valuing the work that you do. And we get the Tower. The Tower is a shake-up. It's a good shake-up. It's Uranus energy. It's a shake-up around your work. And again, something could come to an end, or you could choose to bring something to an end in relation to the work you do, because you have an innate knowledge at this time of where you want to go and what you want to do. And this is connected with your purpose, the thing that you came here to do. And for some, this could be travel overseas. The person in the bus driving through that, doing that remote kind of trip, learning about other cultures. It's about what makes you tick spiritually at this time. And some of you are going to make radical changes. Not everybody's going to like that either. All right, finally, let's look at earth signs. Jupiter conjunct the North Node, illuminating our purpose. We should never cease from exploration, said T.S. Eliot, until we reach that place until we reach the beginning and know that place for the first time. And it is, Jupiter does encourage us to look to wider, distant horizons. It encourages us to, it's expansive. It takes us out of our present, I was going to say doldrums. It encourages us to look to what we should be doing, but maybe we're not. So let's look at earth signs. Show me earth signs at this time for Jupiter conjunct the North Node and the purpose. So we have here the Empress, motherhood, abundance. It's the Taurus card as well. This is about something coming to fruition in time. And we get the 8 of coins. Now that's come up 3 times maybe. Is it 4? I don't know. But people are concerned at this time about their money. I'm going to put off what I wanted to do because I don't think I've got the money, but that's not how earth signs work. That's their magic. They work their magic in looking at what is possible in a practical sort of way. The 7 of Wands, feeling like, am I up for another rodeo? Can I do this again? And we get the Tower card, shaking things up again for earth signs like air. We have this radical shaking up and an illumination coming through as a result of this shake up, and then moving forward, like I said, moving forward, figuring it out, because that's what earth signs do, figuring it out, and then moving forward with the plan, letting go of the past and working it out. You're going to get to work. Okay, we've got the past at the base of the pack, and there's the Virgo sign, which is a earth sign, and we get the Six of Swords. Some of you are moving, and you're going to get out of your own way. I feel this is the realization of Jupiter conjunct the North Node at this time. Take advantage of it, viewers, listeners. Take advantage to shake things up. Even if you had a setback, it's not really a setback because it's going to provide the illumination that you need. And we're always learning. Full moon in Sagittarius, that's what Sagittarians do. We're always learning, we're always moving, and Jupiter conjunct the North Node is asking you to look at what's next. All right, that's Random Sage. You've been listening to Random Sage with Marianne from Revealing Light. Again, it's a privilege to speak with you today. And thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.